If three of you were to make a movie, what would be the title? Rashaana, you want to go first?
Tridevi.
Devi. Wow, that's interesting. Taylor?
Strong women.
Strong women. Amazing. Priya?
Here we come.
Here we come. There you go. That speaks volumes about the personalities we have with us today. Taylor Treadwell, she actually doesn't need an introduction. You will know more of Melissa in the movie, but yeah, she's an all-rounder as well. And I just want to let you all know that apart from being an actor, she is also a corporate executive, and that's a rare blend of acting and being in the corporate world. That's amazing.
Yes.
Taylor.
And also an expert on geopolitics.
And an expert
No.
in geopolitics. Awesome. So, are you contesting in midterm elections?
Yeah, let's talk about the tariffs and everything. I'm very upset about them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We should all get to ask you one rapid fire question.
Oh my
Each,
goodness.
one for
All
each.
is coming back to me.
Totally. Yeah.
This is Lighten, and I'm Guruprasad Sowle, your host. Today is a very special day. We have an amazing galaxy of stars here. Rashaana Shah, producer of American Warrior, the superstar. Taylor Treadwell, who is playing the leading lady in the movie American Warrior. And Priya Samant, whose reputation precedes her name, a social impact advisor. And she's a movie star too. And all of them wear several hats. They multitask, and all of you are indeed accomplished, so well accomplished in so many roles in real life. And playing yet another role in American Warrior is really very, very intriguing. And we'll get into the depth of it. But thank you for joining us today on the show. And I know you're doing the premiere tomorrow in Dallas, and all the best for the premiere. And welcome back to the show. Let's start with something that gets the three of you together. If three of you were to make a movie, what would be the title? Rashaana, you want to go first?
Tridevi.
Devi. Wow, that's interesting. Taylor?
Strong women.
Strong women. Amazing. Priya?
Here we come.
Here we come. There you go. That speaks volumes about the personalities we have with us today. And a little more about introducing each of them. And Priya Samant is indeed an all-rounder. She's a tech entrepreneur. She's an expert in AI. She's a geopolitical expert. She rubs shoulders with presidents and prime ministers all over. And right here, she's with us in our studio for this podcast. Priya, thanks so much. Welcome again.
It's an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Taylor Treadwell, she actually doesn't need an introduction. You will know more of Melissa in the movie, but yeah, she's an all-rounder as well. And I just want to let you all know that apart from being an actor, she is also a corporate executive. And that's a rare blend of acting and being in the corporate world. That's amazing.
Yes.
Taylor.
And also an expert on geopolitics.
And an expert
No.
in geopolitics. Awesome. So, are you contesting in midterm elections?
Yeah, let's talk about the tariffs and everything. I'm very upset about them.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So zero tariffs for now.
Yeah, thank you, please.
Yeah. Rashaana Shah, she is a producer. She started as an actor in Bollywood. She's kind of transitioned to Hollywood. She's just not satisfied with being an actor. She wants to create, she wants to make many more people actors. And Rashaana, thank you for producing an amazing movie, which is going to be quite innovative, I'm sure. And the courage with which you've approached producing a movie like American Warrior, kudos to you and hats off.
It was quite a collaborative effort with my co-producing partners, Christy and Naveen, and an amazing star cast. We have Latino actors, superstar Danny Trejo, Veronica Falcone. We have Vishy Iyer, who is an Indian American playing the lead. in an MMA movie, which I will tell you, you can count on one hand how many Indian Americans have been lead in an action film in the US. And then we have a Native American antagonist in the film, Andrew Gray. He's also a amateur MMA wrestler. Amazing character, seen a lot in his young life. We have Taylor Treadwell, who is, she's like a chameleon. You can give her any role and then she'll just become that role. And then when she comes out, we've forgotten what Taylor really was and start treating, which I'm like, for a long time I was treating her like Melissa. But we're so happy to be here. It's my first time in Dallas and to be here in your esteemed company is a very proud moment for me.
I'm honored. And it really speaks volumes about three women conquering the world through American Warrior. And I'm not saying it just for the sake of it. I think it requires a lot of courage to make a movie like this and to be invested. It's just not time, it's money, it's reputations. It's there's so much at stake. And just the sheer fact that you all have taken that risk is simply amazing.
Yeah.
And,
Well, Priya is also our co-producer on this film.
right.
And, it takes a village to make a film, but it takes a much bigger effort to distribute the film, to take it
True.
out there. I always tell people that 50% of the job is finishing a film. The other 50% is taking it out there and let people embrace and judge the hard work that we've put in. And it takes, a decade to get a film out there. And this film has a very similar, we're indie filmmakers. It's very DIY, all of it from making to distribution. So I'm very, very proud to be here with these women.
Wonderful. I just want to go back to where you all started, right? Taylor, if I can ask you, what was your journey like? You seem to be wearing multiple hats, and you're an actor, you're an entrepreneur, you're also in the corporate world, and you're a traveler. You love traveling. And maybe there are many other things that we don't know, and you can share all of that now.
Tell them about your travel to India.
Yes.
Oh, well, one of the most fantastic experiences of my travel life, and I have traveled a lot, was going to India for the first time last year, Delhi and Goa. And it was a whirlwind of joy and excitement. And I can't wait to go back. So we were there for the Goa International Film Festival. It was the 55th year, which I felt was, that felt very significant, to think about how long that festival has been around and how many great films have been shown there and how many wonderful actors who have, stood on the same little beach that I stood on looking at the sunset going, I'm so happy to be here. And it was received really well because it was, we've done screenings and festivals here in the US, but to have it with an Indian audience was a particularly, wonderful experience for me, and I know you as well. And when I came back, I said, I only want my eggs now I need more spices, so bring it on.
Sure, yeah. You will have a lot of spices.
Yes.
So what was the spark that made you an actor to start with?
Oh God. My grandfather used to say I'm just a big ham. So I enjoyed like entertaining people and making people laugh. Sure. And so, yeah.
She has a mean bone of humor. She does.
So she kept you all entertained on and off set.
Oh my God. If you want to cry tears of joy, have Taylor around.
Or just cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Priya, turning over to you. You've done so much in your career. And your impact on cinema as a social impact advisor. And I know we did that feature with Kerala Story as well. You've done Kashmir Files. You brought a new concept to cinema, and which is really amazing. And this is apart from all your other roles that you play in real life. You're part of a think tank. You're kind of very active in the Indo-US corridor and several other things. So, what was that spark that got you into the movie world? You're a tech entrepreneur,
Correct.
right? And you know, to jump into movies and to co-produce a movie like American Warrior uh, is a lot of it takes a lot, and being versatile is an understatement. And so, tell me a little bit about what was that spark that got you into movies?
So I'll have to just go into flashback a little bit. I grew up in Mumbai.
Right.
So when you grow up in India and Mumbai, films are ingrained in your,
Absolutely.
they are part of your daily life, and similarly is politics.
Right.
So I grew up in that circle, and because I grew up in suburbs of Mumbai, where Film City was very close to the area that I lived in. So I had a lot of friends that used to live in the area, and I grew up watching films. So that always had the impact on me as a child to not only be academically inclined but also be very creative.
Did you get any roles as a child?
No. But I, like,
Yeah.
if there was any filming happening, and if there were, people needed, we used to be called, like, and that's pretty much, but nothing like mainstream casting, no. So that is how I grew up, and I did a lot of theater and drama, in my school.
Right.
So I was always very much inclined to the creative part of, things. It was not just academics. Long story short, fast forward, life happened. I came to the US. When I was growing a little bit older, I really wanted to pursue acting
You're
as
not
well.
old, are you?
So I wanted to pursue acting, but that never happened. Family was really not inclined to that, and the journey happened. And when they say, right, when you really want to do something and you're creatively inclined, somehow universe conspires and gets things together for you. So in 2019, what happened is, so I started doing theater here through a very well-known group in the Boston area, which is called Setu. I am part of that group. And through that, I did theater. And in 2019, there was a film which was made on the work of Nobel laureate Mr. Kailash Satyarthi. Mr. Brahmanand Singh, who is a national award winner, he came to the US, and that film was screened at a festival. He and I met, I gave some suggestions, and he really liked. And that's how he gave me the first opportunity. I said, I have this concept where through a credit title and bringing Impact Advisor on board for a film, I want to bring this cause and culture-based narratives to the world platform. And that was my first film, right before COVID got the world to a grinding halt. And fast forward, then word of mouth spread. I started getting movies, and one of the movie, the documentary My Home India, was in 159 listed for Oscars. I was the impact advisor for that movie. Then Illegal was there. Then Kashmir Files happened. I'm very honored to be part of that film. Kerala Story, it's gotten 2 national awards this year.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Paro, which is now will be screening next week at the LA Tribune Film Festival. And Rashaana, I'm very thankful to her that she was the one who actually gave me an opportunity and got me on board to be part of American Warrior. And I'm very grateful to the entire team, Christy, Naveen, Vish, Taylor, who, really were very forward-looking to this concept, and they embraced it, and they thought the value in it. And American Warrior is my first movie as an impact advisor as well. So first Hollywood movie.
No, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
I think social impact from cinema is a niche topic. Just to kind of deviate a little bit from our topic, there's something called social stock exchange in India.
Hmm.
And very few countries have that level of maturity in terms of financial investments.
Yes.
So for example, if your movie is making a lot of impact, social impact, there's a possibility to get listed on social stock exchange.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can list your next project, for example, on social stock exchange, and there's a partner for Bombay Stock Exchange who can facilitate listing, and investors from all over the world can really look at, okay, this movie is making great impact. I want to kind of go there and take a stake in that. And I know I'm debating a little bit, but Priya's work on social impact in cinema has huge reach. It's much more than just movies. I think social impact, whether it's investing, whether it's movies, whether it's even corporate life. You did speak about the social impact in another conversation. I think it's really important. And Priya, thank you for doing that.
No, thank you very much. And even with the tech that we have two parts to our tech company, which is my Abris that I co-founded. One is the agriculture, and food security is
Right.
one of the biggest, a threat that the world is trying to.
You actually
know.
answered my last question.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we are working on that
Sure.
as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, when social impact, what it does is it gives the message out and creates the ambassador and brings communities together. And film is a very good medium to kind of get
Absolutely.
those communities,
It's very-
like
very
to
powerful
mobilize
medium.
those communities. And I'm very honored. You will I mean, we have done multiple screenings now in select states, and people who have watched it, and Taylor can attest to it, is that they have really gotten forward and shared their real life stories.
Right,
And this
right.
is all about, we are creating ambassadors, and we are bringing these stories out, bringing communities together. And that is, I think, what is extremely important as
You're not
part of
only
human
creating
beings.
you're not only creating ambassadors. I think you all are making history. So Rashaana, back to you. Your journey from being an actor to being a producer. Where did you start in India? There must have been some magical situation which got you into
there
the
was.
movie world. And what was it? Share
was.
with us about
I'm
that.
from Bhilai, which is now Chhattisgarh.
Right.
And the only source of entertainment in, poor tribal places where I grew up is movies. Is and like Priya said, she's from Bombay. Every corner has a folklore in India.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that folklore is part of our culture, music and telling stories, starting from the Nautanki days, right? And every person I know from India wants to be an actor.
Yes.
Every Indian is a born actor, I think.
And a politician.
And a
I always
politician,
say that.
right? And so I don't remember exactly. It was 82 or 84. I was watching Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak.
Right.
It was Amir Khan's first film.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in this 500-seater theater those days, And when he cries, I was crying. When he was in love, I was in love. When he's fighting, and I wanted to fight for him. And I thought, my God, how is this guy able to evoke all these emotions? And I was a young,
But you know what?
young
When he
kid,
died, you didn't die.
Thank goodness.
emotionally,
Right.
and the roller coaster ride, and that kind of, I was like, this is very dreamlike. I can, I want to be able for people to feel all these emotions through this medium, and not unknowingly in that moment, I think it ingrained in me that I want to tell stories, and I want to influence people, and I want to, tell the narratives that I want to tell, because they live it with you. If I can awaken that in people's hearts.
Yeah.
And so eventually you think the only medium to do that is to become an actor, so we kind of go in that path, but you can be a director, a writer, or a producer, and behind the cameras, and still be part of this whole process. But producing is really a 360-degree process. And, so I became an actor in Bombay. And then very quickly I'm telling the director, what if you did this in this scene?
Oh, okay.
And then, he'll be like, okay, whatever. And I started reading scripts, and then I said, what if there was this angle to it? What if this was shot in this location and not that? This actor didn't do a good job. What if you had a different? And I slowly realized I do understand a lot more than just acting about films. And then I learned there is something called producers who conceive a project. It's like every film is like a startup.
Right.
And then you can just control who you cast and how much money you spend and how you bring it out. And then, of course, that I'm, in this journey, exposed to people like I cross path with people like Priya, who explained to me there's something called impact advisor. And it's like, amazing, you're a disruptor. This is what we need. Today, I learned from you about the social exchange.
Right.
And oh my God, I'm going to chew your ear about it to be able to, because Hollywood is the movie making is the biggest influencer in the world. When a Hollywood film comes out, 200 million people have access to it around the world. You cannot get a message faster than that. And you can control narratives, and you can control what you want the world to hear and know. So I think in today's digital age, we all are influencing and influencers, whether you're an actor, an impact advisor, or a producer. We're influencing in a very big way. And you are helping us take that message out to the people.
Well, a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, thank you for sharing that. I think you brought out a very interesting contrast. India has 1.4 billion people, and the impact of cinema is seen in Hollywood, with the 200 million, audience you have. I think that's a contrast, and I'm so glad you're trying to bridge that. Cinema, apart from being an entertainment vehicle, I think it can create a huge impact. I was kind of involved in a couple of regional movies long back in my life, and the director was telling me, Guru, cinema is the most powerful medium. People will either love you or hate you instantly, and you just get one or two chances, and whatever you may be individually in your life, it's the audience who decides what your career is going to be in movie world.
Yeah.
Now, extrapolating that to the impact cinema can make, and I think in that context, American Warrior will really stand out because it blends a real life story, second chance theme that you have, and how people can come back and not lose confidence. And of course, I have not seen the movie fully, but thank you for sending me the 20-pager. And I did read that.
That's cool. For when I read the script for the first time, it was not just an immigrant story.
Right.
It was not just about someone who is 45 at rock bottom. And it was also that a little video, a little good deed he did went viral.
Right.
There was this whole Gen Z angle to it.
Yeah.
And that virality kind of pushed him into limelight, unknowingly, unplanned. And then but chose to use it to his advantage. He chose to use this as a second chance against all odds. And I was thinking, every immigrant has that story. It doesn't matter whether you come from Syria, Japan, India, Australia, China, Korea. It doesn't matter which part of the Turkey. I mean, and all the various countries in Africa. And I meet these immigrants on daily life, and they all have a second chance story. And I said, amazing. Let's just find a film that we can take to everybody. Very few films are for everyone. I think American Warrior is for all genres and all ages.
Wonderful. We can't wait for the movie to be released and audiences to go to theaters and watch the movie pretty soon. On another note, you all have worked together. Are there any similarities that you kind of discovered during the journey together that, exactly. I was thinking the same way, and this is what even I felt, and those kind of moments that between three of you. Taylor, do you want to go first?
I can think of a really pivotal moment during the process. that I actually think made the movie turn out better. And I was very adamant that there were certain things that were written in the script that didn't feel real to me, as a mother, as a woman.
Right.
And I was able to turn to Rashaana and Christy and express this to them, and they agreed with me. And they supported me asking for changes and for, a different direction in some scenes. And as an actor, it's your job to go in there and read your lines and stand where you're supposed to stand,
Right.
and then you go home. And that's, there's obviously more to it, but that's really like the basic, that's your job. And they empowered me to do more than just the job. They empowered me to create something better. And to this day, I'm still inspired by that. And I'm going to take it with me everywhere I go, that you can speak up for what you feel, makes sense and what's right.
No, that is so amazing coming from an actress like you. And thank you for sharing that. Rashaana, what are your thoughts?
I think a big commonality with the women on this podcast is we are all fearless. I don't
Fearless.
know. Yeah, I don't think any of three of us know the F of fearless.
Wonderful.
And we are action oriented. We not just talk, plan, meditate, mediate, blah, blah, blah. Let's go do it.
Right.
And we've got it done. I personally started putting together after COVID. I had a big lull and vacuum in the movie industry during COVID.
Right.
And then post that, from 2022, we started rebuilding and have now 4 films. And first of our 4 films coming out is American Warrior. So quite unstoppable and quite fearless is our commonality. Not just us, even our investors. And we have a big group of tech women who have invested in our movies, Women in Cloud, and led by Chaitra Vedulapalli.
Mm-hmm.
Fearless. They not once thought about, we don't understand the business, but if there was an emotion like Taylor once said, I'm not feeling this, the character is not written true to a mother, and especially a single parent in the film going through a divorce, a bad divorce, which is very common, unfortunately, in our society these days. And we said, let's correct the voices. There's no friction about this process. There is a big collaboration about have the narratives correct. Let's have the roles portray these characters. There's a lot of time people are writing roles. One person is writing roles for 50 characters.
Right.
And they might not have the voice correct. And so the actor's contribution is huge, and I'm very grateful.
That's amazing. It's really great teamwork, and I see the chemistry. I see the internal passion and the collective effort has gone into it. That's so amazing. I'm sure that manifests itself on the screen, which audience will see. Priya?
So I was one of the last person that joined the team. And I would say the commonality is understanding and accommodating. So the reason I would say that is when I and Rashaana first spoke, there was another movie that we were talking about. And I said, we will do that. But I said, let me know what more you have in your portfolio. Right. And she mentioned about American Warrior. I said, this is the movie we'll take. And I decided to come on board. But then I had a family situation because of which I had to go to India. So I said to Rashaana, maybe, I don't think, while I really am interested, I don't think I will be able to take because of, the unfortunate situation. I lost my brother.
Oh, no. Sorry to hear that.
So I said, I won't be able to take. But she's like, no, we are going to work through it. We will manage everything. And so that is how with, the entire team came behind and gave me the space to manage things so that, I could deliver whatever I had taken to. and then I started meeting Taylor, and I have met her more than I have met anyone in the team during the screenings, and actually very accommodating as somebody meeting for the first time. My flight landed, so when she came to Boston, my flight was coming from Geneva. I was there, and I was like, I don't know, it's very, very nice, very good. We had a great screening, great time together. And that kind of, then translates, and that energy takes you forward to the other things that you're doing. And that chemistry shows, right? And that's how it becomes a very successful journey.
Taylor, this question goes to you. So how did you prepare emotionally and physically to become Melissa in American Warrior?
Well, thankfully, I didn't really have any action scenes. I'm not fighting.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm fighting some internal, or Melissa is fighting some
You got
internal
others to fight.
battles. Yeah. But the film, and I broke it down in sort of order of like chronologically, because when you're shooting a movie or a TV show, you are shooting everything out of order. It's not like a play in the theater where you start and then you like go to act 1, act 2, act 3, and you can have your sort of character arc. Your first scene that you do may be the scene where you're supposed to be in love with someone, or you're supposed to have something, highly charged and emotional. And you have to really understand where your character is at any given moment as it relates to the film as a whole, so that the performance makes sense to the audience.
Right.
So just a lot of time breaking down her sort of the emotional arc from start to finish, so that I knew where I was at, when we were shooting a scene.
Sure. Rashaana, about making this movie, right? When you set up a company in the corporate world, there are 4 key components of the grid: people, process, technology, infrastructure. And of course, every company needs capital. Every company needs customers, right? Well, capital is the key. You need money to do this. And in the movie world, there are a lot more resources that you need, which are intangible as well. Art is a little bit intangible. And getting to right artists and getting the right star cast and making resources available. So how challenging was that journey? How did you overcome that?
No challenges. I think you have to have 2 C's: conviction and clarity. So when you read a script, you should have conviction that I can make a great film out of this that would be saleable, and I'm not risking my investors' funds. You should have clarity of who my director should be, who my actors should be, who my packaging should be, and how I'm going to take it to market, your distribution strategy. It's not a guessing process for a producer. So I have seen the film in my mind. I have also crunched numbers on an Excel sheet while reading the script. I know at the end of it how many actors, how many locations, how many day scenes and night scenes, which are my big money shots, money spenders. And I have also assessed what the demographic of my audience is in the 100 countries where English language films are watched. And then I have assessed a buffer for distribution process in these countries. Is it via festivals? Is it via sales company? Is it via, in collaboration with Impact Advisor and a promoter? Or what is the virality factors of this subject? All of that has happened in the 100, 120 pages that I'm reading. That is a skill set of a producer. Now, if you don't have that, please don't produce films. The business is not risky.
Very well said.
The people are risky. You think you can act. You think you can write. I say this all the way to my grave. I will be saying this. Just because you've read 100 books, 1,000 books does not make you a writer. If you have seen
True.
2,000 films does not make you a director. It makes you a good audience.
Right.
It makes you a good critic. It might make you a good journalist to write reviews. If you have, not acquired the skill sets to be in front of lights and camera in a particular position, in costumes with 5 kilogram of wigs, in a minus 10 degree temperature, with heels, with a bear coming to attack you all day, you're doing that. If you don't have that, don't try and become an actor. In your head, a lot of people are doing a lot of things. So you really have to be action oriented. So there are no challenges. I knew I'm good at my job. And so like a startup, you have to get 100 people together. So the ability to choose those 100 people correctly, you cannot have a bad apple in the basket. Your film will suffer. That is a skill set and that is a process. And it's a very, ongoing unknown process. It's a hit or miss process. And then and you very quickly burn millions of dollars in 6 months. It's a start to finish very quick burn.
Absolutely.
Now, on day 3, you should know on day 30 and day 300, my Excel sheet will look like this at the rate I'm burning. Some of those abilities are very unique to filmmaking process.
That is so well.
Wow.
It's a great input for the audience, especially conviction and clarity. And by watching 200 movies, you don't become an actor.
Yeah.
And by speaking daily, you don't become a politician.
That's true. Can I add a third C?
Yeah, please.
Christy.
Oh, yeah.
You need Christy, who
She's
was
a
one of the
charm
other-
factor in our team. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. So Priya, what is the social impact message that you like to convey to our audience from American Warrior? What is it that you saw that you signed up this movie?
No matter how much failures you get in life, as they say, every saint has a past and every sinner a future. So it's the same that, no matter how many failures come in your life, you
Right.
get up every day, you do the best of what you can, become a better version. And there is a possibility for everybody, and everybody can survive and move forward in life and become successful. And and secondly is why I took this movie was also because of the representation and, my roots, of Indian origin are so well represented in mainstream Hollywood movie. That's a matter of pride to see that we can do that. And in a mainstream Hollywood cinema, that's happening to take place. That's a very beautiful thing. There is, and it will open once the movie release a lot of such doors, and magic will start to unwind.
No, we can't wait to see the magic.
Yeah.
And in the process of making this movie, were there any challenges that you saw each one of you going through in the other? And were you kind of quick enough to kind of identify that and learn from it or support? I know one example that you mentioned about changing the script or making those deep modifications to the character to make the movie that much more impactful. Are there any other instances that you all want to share?
I'll share. So American Warrior, then we did The Collaborator, then we did a Christmas film called Lost and Found in Cleveland, and then we're doing a film on Mahakumbh now,
Right.
a comedy, and we're almost all women team. And more than 65% of our workforce, behind the camera workforce, are also women. We've been, being women, have been very open to working with women. There's a big brohood that goes on in IT world, in the real estate world. I've seen, and so much in the Hollywood world. I think we have this, not a sister club, but like badass women club. And the challenges of that also are perimenopausal, postmenopausal states of mind, single parents, young parents, multiple hats, businesses that you're also, needs your attention. We're also women who are also actively running households, women who are don't have family support, don't have anything to fall back on.
Right.
And we accept and understand those problems, I think, a little better than men do. Not that not that men don't want to. I just think it's the difference in the gender. We live it, so we understand it. I think that better understanding helps us give more chances to women.
And are there any messages that you like to convey to the audience? One skill set that you want the audience to imbibe from you?
I would say skill set would be taking rejection and failure as a gift, because through each time, each moment, each situation, you learn from it, and you can take that knowledge, and moving forward, you can make the same mistake again and again, or not again, but taking that, looking at it with a positive lens, and not taking it to heart.
Wonderful. No, that's a great message. Priya?
I would say 2 skills.
Yeah.
One is time management and another is multitasking. Because in the world that everybody is living, we multitask and we want to have more than one career, one which, is our real passion and we want to pursue it and make it our profession. And one is what we have gotten into, right? So that's 2 things I would say that's very important. Time is money.
Time is money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rashaana?
If I can do it, you can do it. And don't ever, ever let anyone tell you otherwise.
If I can do it, you can do it. Wow. Amazing. So we're done with serious questions and great answers. Thanks for sharing all your insights. Right? Can you all enact 1 or 2 scenes from the movie for our audience?
1 or 2 scenes.
You acted in the movie, and of course, she's the lead actress.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I'm SAG, so you'd have to pay me a day rate, and I don't know if you could afford that. So, no, I'm just kidding.
You send me the invoice and let me take a look at it.
Whatever Taylor does, we'll just
whatever
we'll
she
do
does,
it
we'll
our
do.
style.
Yeah,
Taylor,
sure.
we'll
Go
follow
ahead.
you.
Okay.
Which scene?
With this,
Janitor.
so I heard that. Do you want to be the lead? Do
Yeah,
you want
you
to
play
be
the lead, Vish. She's telling you, okay?
Yeah.
The scene is
Jay.
with Vish. Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I heard that you were fighting in the big. What's it called? I can't remember. It's the name of a. Like I said, as an actor, give us a script, tell us what to say, tell us where to go, tell us what to do, and we'll do it. So right now I'm just improving. Okay, so I heard that you are fighting in the big MMA fight.
Yeah, I'm a MMA champion.
Yes, you are. Look at those muscles, so big. I've been thinking of some stage names for you.
Stage names?
Yes.
James Bond?
The Guru. No. Oh, God, I can't remember.
Guru the Bacha.
Guru de Bacha. Yes. The Pod Squad. The cleaner. The God, I don't know.
Hermit.
Oh, Hermit the Frog. But you're not really a Hermit the Frog. You're very personable. Yeah, you're not hiding anywhere. You're right out here. Now I'm mixing real life.
That is a scene.
And,
Yeah.
But no, I need hair and makeup. I need food and
I think
Awesome.
I was very, very inspired by Danny Trejo.
Mhm.
That man is 100 lifetimes that he has lived and everything he has seen. Like, he's had all his rock bottoms and his successes. And he's 90,
Wow.
And he's sitting there with more gusto and energy than anybody on the set. And he's so fiery and radiant with, I couldn't believe how much he's achieved coming from his background and his years in prison. And when he tells Jay, are you really serious about this? Do you really want to do it? And at that moment, I said, I hope that, everyone who felt this is my rock bottom, I can't do anything more in my life. I said, we'll see that scene and we'll inspire. We could not have got a better cast than Danny Trejo for playing the coach. I mean, he has everything. So every line of Danny Trejo, is inspirational for me in the film. And I would personally write them on my mirror with my lipstick to get inspiration every day.
And Veronica Falcone as well.
Yeah.
She, Veronica Falcone plays the owner of the gym, of the MMA gym. And it was originally written for a man because, you think of, that's sort of the narrative, I suppose, the socially dominant narrative that a man would own a gym. But the women behind the film said, we're going to take as many roles as we can and flip them to be played by women. And so the owner of the gym went from Marcelo to Marcella. And she is funny and she's tough, but she also has some scenes where she shows some real softness and heart.
Right.
And she's a fantastic actress. And she's also a lot of fun to be around. So it was a great set. We had a really good time.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I would say that, they took Danny Trejo and Veronica Falcon. I would say every brother and every family needs a Priya because the lead actor's sister's name is Priya in the film.
Oh,
Yeah.
And she is
okay.
the one who stands by him. So.
Yes, Suleika Matthews.
Yeah.
She is a terrific actress and she's absolutely beautiful. And every time I watch her performance, I've seen the film multiple times. Every time I watch her performance, I look at her and I go, my God, she's so talented and she's so beautiful. And it's just she's just so real when you're watching her. She's these little micro moments that she does. It just really it makes you think like what a talented actress she is.
I think every actor in that film, no matter how small or big the role is, has done justice to whatever they were casted for, which has, brought in the entire fabric together. It's stitched very beautifully.
So we really can't wait to see the movie. I mean, the more I hear, the more eager I get to go watch the full movie. I know it's about 24 hours away, but we'll get there. So on this note, let's transition to rapid fire. We'll keep it quick.
Okay.
Favorite line from American Warrior, Rashaana?
You can do it.
Well, Pasika Dad.
Pasika.
Yes.
You're hungry, I see.
I am hungry. Can you hear it? Can you see it?
I will go with Rashaana. You can
go
do
with
it.
Rashaana.
You can do it.
You can do it. Conviction and clarity. Right. Fantastic. The song that feels your inner warrior.
Oh. Eye of the Tiger. Totally. Every time I hear it, I'm going to go punch walls.
Taylor?
I like classical music. There's a Philip Glass song, what do you call it? This is me on low blood sugar. Philip Glass, he's a composer. He has a beautiful song. I don't know which one it is, but if you've heard it, which most of us have, every time I hear it, it moves me and it inspires me.
You want to sing a line from that?
No, it's a
Oh, it's instrumental.
instrumental.
Okay.
Yes.
Next time we'll be ready with the instrument.
Yeah. Yes, Philip Glass.
There are multiple Hindi songs that come to my mind, but I will go with Sia's Unstoppable.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to sing a line? Go ahead.
No.
We have to conclude the podcast, so it can't conclude without a song.
Gana.
You're really angling for me to sing. I know it. I know it. So you're really angling for me to sing something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't mind singing, but not that particular song.
Okay.
But it will come to me.
Okay, it'll come to you. We'll wait for that.
Yeah.
Right. One word to describe the other two guests.
Remarkable. Gorgeous.
Fierce.
Yours. Priya?
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Remarkable, gorgeous, unstoppable.
I said fierce.
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 But gorgeous, yes.
Yeah. So we have three fierce women with us who are out to conquer the world. What a beautiful time it was. And one last question to each one of you. Your superpower in one sentence.
Fearless.
Fearless.
Feeling deeply.
Feeling deeply. Okay. Great.
I can do it.
I can do it. Fearless. Feeling deeply.
We should all get to ask you one rapid fire question.
Oh my
Each,
goodness.
one for
Ball
each.
is coming back to me.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing that makes you cry instantly.
When I remember my parents.
Sweet.
Your definition of your happy place.
To me, happiness is giving. If you're able to give, I think you see real happiness. It's not artificial. So when you're in a position to give, it means you've arrived. And giving need not be millions of dollars. It could be anything. It could be a small thing. But I think just that giving gives you a lot of happiness.
Motivation to start this podcast.
Motivation to start this podcast. What a brilliant question that is. So I've been drawn to media right from childhood. Yeah. So I was a quiz master on All India Radio in my school days. And I did my first, when television arrived in my city, I did the first play long back. And I've always enjoyed stage. I did serious theater when I was in college. What I like about podcasts is you're able to express. You're also able to. It gives you opportunity to meet people like all of you and engage in meaningful conversations. And that it's a great platform as power of expression to share and also to educate. We're not traditionally teachers. We're just learning from each other, right? One thing I learned about learning in my consulting career is borrow intelligence and you'll be powerful. So this podcast is helping me to borrow a lot of intelligence from people like you. And I'll go out wiser, I'm sure about it.
I will just like to add, as you said, right, media was always something that you were interested in.
Absolutely.
And isn't that powerful that down the line opportunities came to you and it, it started finding you, right?
Yeah, it did.
It's the same with me because we weren't trained to be in that career, but because of a real passion, it came finding us. So.
But you also knocked on actual doors to find it.
Yes.
Yeah, got some great stories.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. This gives us a chance to pay it forward in a little way.
Yes, absolutely.
So on this note, thank you very much again. Three wonderful, gorgeous women, successful, out to conquer the world, fearless. And so please go and watch American Warrior in theaters. And this is not only seeing a movie, it is going to change history. Thank you so much.
August 29th.
August 29th. Yeah, release date is August 29th.